Good evening. I am Athanasios Kouimtzis, Board of Directors, and I am the Chair of Agrotechnology Committee of the American-Hellenic Chamber of Commerce. We will start right now the last session of our conference dealing with the role of regional leadership in transforming Thessaloniki into a global innovative district. We will have Mr. Stavros Kalafatis, Deputy Minister of the Interior, the Governor of the region of Central Macedonia, Mr. Apostolos Tzitzikostas, and the Mayor of Thessaloniki, Mr. Konstantinos Zervas. This is the last session following the session with the U.S. ambassador to the Hellenic Republic. Indeed, during these 2 years, we have heard a lot of new ideas, important information. AmCham, since 2018, when there was a high success in the American Pavilion, in the International Fair of Thessaloniki. So since then, a lot of new things have happened in northern Greece and in Thessaloniki. And these 2 days have hosted a great number of highly distinguished people with great experience and know-how. So now let us close this conference, drawing our conclusions about what the next day will be like. Deputy Minister, we will start with you. As I've already said, it was in 2018 that the honored country of the International Fair of Thessaloniki was the United States. And having a very pioneering ambassador in the U.S. Embassy, we have seen highly significant results and having large multinationals coming here to northern Greece. What could that mean and what could the next step mean? First of all, I would like to congratulate AmCham GR for this highly significant initiative. We had the opportunity to listen to distinguished personalities. Indeed, 2018 was the starting point, signaling great changes in the sector of innovation and technology in northern Greece. And I think that there is a lot that makes us optimistic for more investment activity, not only in Macedonia, but also in Thrace. For sure, it is very positive, the fact that there is a government with our Prime Minister, Mr. Mitsotakis, who have as a top priority economic development, investment, emphasis on technology and innovation. It is a national top priority indeed, and of course in combination with the green economy. In essence, we have a new model, national model that has emerged, more extrovert, more competitive, more just, more digital, more green, more modern. And as we can already see the impact in northern Greece and in Thessaloniki in particular, and this signals a much better future. I think that in this post-COVID era, our country, the regions of Macedonia, of Thrace, the whole Greek territory have learned a lot, and the circumstances have become such, and we have become more mature to move towards development, focusing on digital and green elements. It is important to make the best of NSRF programs and, of course, the recovery programs, the recovery fund programs. And within this framework, with digital transition, with the firm collaboration, the close collaboration of all of us, the regional government, the mayor, the local authorities, the central government, the business communities, all together, the educational institutes, all together, with team spirit, we can move straight forward, and a new era has already started. I am extremely optimistic indeed. Thank you very much. Indeed, your words are very, very important. All three of you have lived in the United States for academic obligations, so you are fully conscious of what is the conditions there are and what is needed here. Governor, I would like to pose another question to you. Which is this part that the region of Central Macedonia can do? What should the region do to attract talents? Please answer this question. First of all, I would like to warmly thank you for your kind invitation to be with you today, even in this way. Congratulations on the AmCham GR for complying with all the necessary measures. So with this conference, it is as if you're opening this post-COVID era, and top priority in the region of Central Macedonia, as you very well said, Mr. Kouimtzis, we have started building the circumstances to move forward. So what can the region of Central Macedonia do to attract the interest of investors in order to create new job opportunities and attract the brains from abroad to come back, or to prevent the big brains to go abroad? And we're talking about young people who have already left for abroad and are now willing to come back. So this is a great message. What exactly are we doing right now? First of all, we are creating the requirements so that Northern Macedonia, Thessaloniki can become an attractive location, an attractive site for these enterprises, and being able to create a third firm, strong pillar, the pillar of innovation and new technologies, which comes to be added to the already strong pillars, which are tourism, agricultural tourism, and manufacturing. So these are the three pillars, and we want to foster this infrastructure that will give the potential to all of us to make the best of the incredible human resources of our region. I'm reminding you that in the wider region of Central Macedonia, we have three large educational institutes. We have a great number of research institutes, of academic public institutes. So these centers, 150,000 young brains are here in Thessaloniki and study at the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki. So this amount of people who are highly trained can serve a lot to our region and to innovation and technology corporations. Also, the geographical location of Thessaloniki and Central Macedonia. It is a crossroads between the east and the west, the south and the north. And this is very important. Our region has gained during the last period a network of infrastructure that will allow in our region to promote the historical role of northern Greece. And our Thessaloniki can become the capital of extroversion, not only of Greece, but of the whole southeastern Europe, the upgrading of our harbor, the upgrading of our airport, the road networks, the air connection with large world cities, and the establishment of important infrastructure such as the Technopolis, as well as the upgrading of the road networks and the networks promoting extroversion, such as upgrading of the International Fair of Thessaloniki. All these give an image that allow me to describe it as a picture of an area that after a few years, along with many other works, neighborhoods becoming greener, the subway that is going to be completed in a couple of years, the flyover that will upgrade the transport, the road network, Thessaloniki, Edessa, and a great number of other public works that soon we will announce as the second highway to Chalkidiki. You realize that we're talking about the upgrading of a region that will have the infrastructure network that gives another identity to our region. Also, the infrastructure we are creating and the big plan that we have started unfolding, which is the upgrading of the seafront of Thessaloniki, will give the potential to our city to acquire a new identity. So, if the government, and this is very important, this morning I had a meeting with Mr. Athanasios, and we discussed about how important it is to give incentives to regions for enterprises in order to be able to create an attractive pole for such enterprises to come to Thessaloniki. We have been trying to get in contact with large research centers all over the world. And we focus a lot on this. The result from an agreement that has been signed with CERN in Switzerland, with corporations in our region that participate in the CERN competitions, our students that visit CERN and attend courses there and do their apprenticeship there. But very soon we will be in the position to present you the upgrading of this cooperation of Thessaloniki with CERN in our effort to assert a structure of CERN here in Thessaloniki. So you realize that we have a lot of a long way ahead of us, but we are optimistic. We are focused on the target we have set for a Macedonia of 2003, a Macedonia that is smart, green, innovative, a Macedonia that will provide the potential to its people to work here and upgrade our city. We have an excellent collaboration both with Deputy Minister Stavros Kalafatis and Mayor Konstantinos Zervas, and I'm really happy about that. And closing, I really want to congratulate the U.S. Ambassador, Mr. Geoffrey Pyatt. I had the opportunity to meet him here in Thessaloniki, and then I told him that we have to do something to attract the American interest to northern Greece and to bring back the old good relationships of Greece with the United States. And step by step, thanks to the vision of this person, of Mr. Geoffrey Pyatt, indeed, we have achieved a lot, and the interest of America has been attracted and stimulated here in Northern Macedonia. So I would like to warmly thank Mr. Geoffrey Pyatt and congratulate him. And I am sure that all together we will bring the results that we are all aspiring. Thank you very much. And now we'll give the floor to our mayor, Mr. Konstantinos Zervas. Mayor, very often it is said that Thessaloniki and the wider region of Central Macedonia needs a narrative. You yourself have brought a new air to the city. There's no doubt about that. What are these moves that will help for the new branding of Thessaloniki? First of all, in my turn, I would like to warmly thank you. I would like to warmly thank the AmCham GR and my friend, Mr. Bakatselos, for organizing these 2 days. Such discussions are highly constructive and substantial, and even more substantial are the collaborations. And more or less, you can see in this panel and in all the previous ones, exactly the alliance of the good and the creativity. People who are from the city, and we have common target from other parts who have common targets, and it is very, very important in all this to have the synergy, the solidarity, the close collaboration to reach the common goal. And indeed, since the year 2018, when the United States were the honored country of the International Fair of Thessaloniki, that signaled this important interaction and collaboration between Greece and the United States. And I myself would like also to thank Mr. Geoffrey Pyatt. So since the year 2018, Thessaloniki realized the role it can play in the sector of technology, innovation, digital transformation of these corporations that we have seen from close. We saw from close in 2018. What has the Municipality of Thessaloniki done these last years? We have the incubator of innovation, and during the last years, many startups had the opportunity to learn a lot, to be supported, to be informed, to be mentored. And during the last 1 year and a half, I'm very glad to say that in a time record, we could say, together, the municipality, together with Cisco, in collaboration with 2 ministries, the DTS, the Center of Digital Transformation, that is very close here, tremendous work has been done. And with regard to bringing together academic institutes and the business community, this is something we have been focusing on. The development in a region has to do with the way its development is placed. I can see these sponsor companies, Deloitte, Cisco, Pfizer, Alumil, Logismos, Media Partner, Kouimtzis. Exactly, these corporations come to change the circumstances, to change the data. And because Thessaloniki boasts of 24 centuries of civilization, of flourishing of the cultures of many, many nations that have passed from Thessaloniki. Uh, we're very proud of all this, but we need to not to waste any more time. As the deputy minister said before, the government is making effort. The governor of the region of Central Macedonia said what they are doing, and that's exactly what we are doing in the municipality of Thessaloniki. So we have government and region of Central Macedonia and municipality of Thessaloniki. So at three levels, we have to do our best. But from a survey that has been conducted, it was found that whatever lacks from the citizen lacks from the investor. So what we are talking about, necessities for our city, will cover exactly the needs of our citizens. So on one hand, we have the creation of all this infrastructure that have been mentioned by the previous speakers. On the other hand, the improvement of all circumstances with the potential that is provided based on the holistic and comprehensive entrepreneurship, we need to create exactly this environment that seems to be very fertile for these corporations that came and will come to our country, and of course how we can promote all this. 2 years ago, when I was elected mayor, I traveled to the United States, and indeed I was impressed by the fact that Thessaloniki was not known, was not recognizable. Thessaloniki was not in the map of destinations where it should be. So we are doing our best so that Thessaloniki is in this map, and it is already there, but we need to promote Thessaloniki to make her a highly attractive city. And on the other hand, we should make this known and communicate it to where it should be, because we are in an international economy, in a world economy. And we see we are working on a world level, on an international level. We need to make Thessaloniki recognizable. There is no time to waste. We should collaborate more than ever, more closely than ever. Our city has the ideal geographical position, the ideal human resources, allow me to say, so that our target can be achieved. These 2 days promoted the crucial role of the collaboration among local authorities, research institutes, educational institutes, the business community. But despite the fact that we all know each other in this city, there is no institutional platform so that all the stakeholders can be coordinated and in common put things in a joint agenda to run it. Deputy Minister, I would like your comments on this and how we can move to the next day. It is important, first of all, what has been said before that. There is close collaboration and very good collaboration to achieve our common goal. And I'm not absolutely sure that a platform is necessary, because the good collaboration is the most important thing. I think that with this close collaboration of municipalities and regions and the central government, and since we have a common horizon and a common target and a common path that we follow, yes, the Ministry of Macedonia-Thrace can play a role and will play a major role. coordinating this collaboration so that we have a common platform. In Thessaloniki, we are making steps. We have digits of innovation consisting of setups, corporations, universities, and this is a very good yeast. Of course, the big bet is how we will coordinate all this and harmonize all this so that the target is achieved. And we have Thesintech, the flagship Thesintech that makes us very optimistic that we have in front of us very strong and firm instruments, tools, weapons to succeed. I would like to make just two remarks. Also add new technologies, digital transformation as a thread. This is how I see it, that connects, first of all, the scientific horizontally. We have the Democritus University, the three major educational institutes of Central Macedonia. So imagine a thread connecting these academic institutes with regard to new technologies and digital transition, and then a vertical connection of each educational institute with the local corporations that can make the best of these educational institutes. And the same about the vertical connection goes for having in this intangible platform that you mentioned the different research institutes, EGETA, Technopolis, the startups, the innovation zone, the flagship of Thesintech that I mentioned before. So you see that there are pieces of a puzzle of innovation, and I think that the pieces that are being joined will give us an excellent result. And closing, I'm saying again that I'm very optimistic because we're gaining the trust of citizens. This difficult 1 year and a half we have experienced gave the opportunity to the government, gave the opportunity for the citizens to get to understand how important the digital technologies are. From the very first days of the COVID pandemic and up to now that the vaccinations are taking place, citizens realized that great things have happened and also familiarizes citizens with digital technology. So social acceptance has been achieved, and this is very, very important. So what I say, we don't only have the scientific part of which we're very proud because we have high scientific level. We don't only have the business part we're focusing on, but also it is the part of the society, of the citizens, the people. So all these three are pieces of the same puzzle. And it is important that all these investment efforts are embraced by the society as well, so that we can achieve our common goal. Thank you very much. Governor, is there any comment you would like to make? Yes, I would just like to add. Can you hear me? Yes. I would like to add to everything that the Deputy Minister and the Mayor have said, that indeed our region right now has all the potential to develop the sector of innovation and new technologies. And this is evidence, of course, from what the Deputy Minister said, that there is an intense, high interest from citizens that didn't used to exist. So new technologies got into our lives, into the citizens' lives. And this is the only benefit of the COVID pandemic that the Greek government had to accelerate the efforts for the digital transition. For example, we in the region of Central Macedonia, we have made strides, not only during the pandemic, but also before the pandemic, to transform our region to an e-region. We have integrated new technologies to our services. We have reduced by 70% the time needed to settle bureaucratic issues. Imagine that 9 out of 10 signatures and decisions in Central Macedonia can be conducted electronically. We have the online services, the fact that we created first in Greece the one-stop shop service. It was the first one-stop shop service here in Central Macedonia. It is an independent service of innovation that goes straight to the regional governor and runs programs about the European funds and NSRF. So we are trying to our possible extent to support entrepreneurship. Another significant step we have made during the last years is making the best of European funds. We are first in Greece in the absorption of European funds in Greece, and about 100 million euros have been directed to supporting corporations of innovation and new technologies. We have directed important funds for the enhancement of research infrastructure, the research work in our region, resources with which we are interlinking research with real economy, resources for upgrading our universities, for investment plans, for upgrading enterprises with innovation coupons, vouchers. So all these funds added to the previous funds supporting entrepreneurship, innovation, and new technologies. So we have been trying to support through European funds the substantial effort taking place. The example of Thessaloniki is a very shining and tangible example. We want to see it flourish, and it is an example of what the partnership of the private and public sector can achieve. And we will not stop until we see this vision coming true. We are all decisive, we are all determined, and I said that in my visit to Silicon Valley, that our region can become the Silicon Valley of Europe. We have the human resources, we have the infrastructure, we have the knowledge and the determination to direct our region towards this direction, to move it towards this direction. The only thing we need and we are lacking is incentives from the state. And in public, through your forum, I am asking from the government to provide incentives for enterprises in the sector of innovation and technology. Indeed, our region can become a protagonist, a leading actor in the sector of innovation and technology. We strongly believe that. Mayor, could you please express your comments? You posed a very crucial question, expressing this anxiety about whether we are all cooperating with each other. We have the universities, the educational institutes, we have the local authorities, the municipality, the region of Central Macedonia, the central government. I will give you a small success story of Thessaloniki that happened yesterday. If you don't know, yesterday it was the World Day of skin cancer. And here in Greece, we are blessed with strong sunshine, but the people working in the sun and being exposed to the sun, we have high rates of skin cancer, unfortunately. So, on one hand, the municipality had the potential to digitize the new platform that we used in many, many cases for serving our citizens. And on the other hand, we had a very substantial health body, the Hippocrates Hospital, and the Hospital of Venereal and Skin Diseases. So the Municipality of Thessaloniki created the platform. The hospital had the expertise and could manage the platform, and within a few hours, 480 appointments were made. Under other circumstances, it would take weeks or months to do so. This tool is very, very important. So you see that through technology, through collaboration, through digitization, two bodies can generate an outcome that is to the benefit of the citizens. This is highly significant to us, and we're working towards this direction. We believe that we can contribute along with the Center of digital technology, digital transition, to bring the result, the outcome that the citizen needs. And we have these technologies, and we have to promote them. And I am glad to say that it has already started taking place. So I think we are towards a good direction. There is willingness. We have to move faster, of course. And I believe that all these success stories are like physical exercise. Well, if one takes up exercising, the first day seems difficult, the second one is less difficult, the third one is less difficult, and we get familiar with exercising. So exactly the same happens here. The cooperation we have is so fruitful and is so good, and the success stories are exactly our obligation towards the history of our country. Thank you very much. Dear participants, this conference at a turn point, we were glad to have with us the Deputy Minister, the Governor of the region of Central Macedonia, and the Mayor of Thessaloniki. I would like to warmly thank all of you for showing us that Thessaloniki is thinking out of the box and is ready to meet the new challenges in the sector of innovation and technology. Thank you very, very much. We thank you.